Hi guys, something else while I'm here today. I thought I'd do a little bits today while I'm over here. One of the areas when you're assembling a knife, me and Sandy at Jack Law Knife, we discuss a lot of stuff, and one of the key areas when you come to keying up and stuff like that is, as you can see, is this area here. It's a really important area to make sure there's, you go a bit overboard there. And one of the tips and tricks that I tend to do so I'm able to know that I can rock up to that area is I use my assembly pins, or whatever pins you're using. I'll make assembly pins because you take them out a lot and put them back in a lot. What you do then is you take a pencil, obviously, then draw a pencil line around the front of your scale. Then that's where you need to be coming up to. If you go over it by accident, and I've done it, you need to go back to hand rubbing, eradicate your mistake, and with time you get, you tend not to go over. But cardboard burr, 40 grit sandpaper, as I did in my other video, and pay attention to this area here. It is very important. It can be a weak spot if the knife's being twisted back and forth, but any knife can only take so much if it's twisted back and forth, too extremely there. It will delaminate. It doesn't matter what epoxy you use, what knife maker does it. It's an area that if a knife is forced one way or the other too much, if epoxy is involved, it can, it'll give there, like, if the knife's bent too much, that way and this way, that way and this way. So you can, do the best you can. But people that are starting out knife making and stuff, is what I'm getting at is an area that you really need to pay attention to with the keying up. I've always used a carbide burr, and it removes metal, puts proper dimples in, and it's really aggressive, and that's what I want. I want this keying up to be as aggressive as I can. That's why I use such aggressive sandpaper as well as the burr. It's important to make this area as rough as possible for that epoxy to take a key really well. It'll be the same when I come to doing here. I'll drill holes through the liner into the wood, and so that the epoxy is actually sticking from wood to wood either side. And then I'll go over I don't use the carbide burr on the liners, but I'll go over with the 40 grit sandpaper. I hope that helps a few people out that are assembling knives and putting stuff together, and give you some insight into sort of the key that you'll need to give the best bond you can possibly get when you're assembling and making a knife. You can't really go overboard enough with this key. The more aggressive the better, really. It all aids with adhesion, and it just really helps make the knife a lot stronger and a lot, can take a bit more of a I'm going to do another video as well soon on my philosophy on what knives are for, and how they should be used, taken care of and stuff like that. Okay, take care all, bye for now, Lee.